It's 1 o'clock. Tune in now for Ritchie J is live here on Smile Radio, bringing the best undiscovered music, alternative fun facts, and an action-packed lineup you don't want to miss. Now sit back, relax, take a workload off, and enjoy the Ritchie J Show on Smile Radio.
Yes, good afternoon and welcome. It's Monday here at Smile Radio. I've had a bit of a week off. I did not feel great last week. I'm going to tell you that straight. Kicking the show off, you know. Last week I felt like death, honestly. Face ache, swollen face, swollen legs. I had an appointment at the rheumatologist where I was being pulled around left, right and centre. No fun, man. You know, life is supposed to be fun and at the moment, flu season is upon us. But hey, you know, it's all about the smiles here at Smile Radio. So it's the Ritchie J Show here now for the next couple of hours. A little bit later than planned, but hey, it is 1 o'clock somewhere in the world, right? So, you know, I'm on time somewhere else. You know, it's maybe not in England, but hey. Anyway, I'm going to kick off today's show with a bit of Juno, I'm Park, and this is Before the Dive. If you're listening in for the first time now, this is the Ritchie J Show, home of the unsigned indie pop and indie rock music here at Smile Radio. You can catch me Mondays to Wednesdays, usually on 1 till 3. A few technical difficulties also last week, but hey, we're all fixed and we're sounding fantastic. So yeah, anyway, before I carry on, this is Before the Dive and Juno, I'm Park.
What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to feel when you cry right in front of me? I don't know how to talk to you. All I know is like a deja vu. I'm a zombie coming at you for the 23rd time. And I owe all those moments to you. And I owe all those moments to you. And I owe all those moments to you. Yeah, hold on to the mess in me and the home before the night. I know you're gonna miss me now, but then kiss me before the dive. Hold me as a treasure like the scars after the fire. I know you can't forgive me now, but then kiss me before the dive. And I owe those moments to you, and I owe those moments to you, and I owe those moments to you. I look into my head for you. I wonder if there's room for two. Underneath a silent smile, there's a cold war going on. I didn't need to reconcile. It's a matter if I live or die. There's an army deep inside me, armed right down to my teeth, yeah. And I owe all those moments to you. And I owe all those moments to you. And I owe all those moments to you. Yeah. Hold on to the mess in me and my home before the night. I know you're gonna miss me now, but then kiss me before the dive. Hold me as a treasure like the scars after the fire. I know you can't forgive me now, but then kiss me before the dive. Oh yeah, underneath the silent smile, there's a cold war going on. Yeah, I didn't need to say goodbye, 'cause I won't be back. I won't be back for more. Whoa, oh, oh yeah, I know I won't be back for more. Won't be back for more. Hold on to the mess in me, my home before the night. I know you're gonna miss me now, but then kiss me before the dive. Hold me as a treasure like the scars after the fire. I know you can't forgive me now, but then kiss me before the dive. And I owe those moments to you. And I owe those moments to you. And I owe those moments to you.
Yes, that was a great song by Juno on Park, and that was Before the Dive. Welcome back to the Ritchie J Show. We're live here till 5 o'clock this afternoon now, because, a little bit later than planned. But hey, if you missed any of it, or you've tuned in late or whatever, you can catch me again on Podbean, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, all the great podcasting sites, and you'll find me live and kicking on there later on. So be able to catch up on that. Don't forget tonight as well, Nathan Downs. Nathan Downs. He's had a bit of time off, but he's back now. And he's got a brand new show for you tonight. He's talking about your Christmas trees. Have you got your Christmas decorations up? And yes, I actually have. We put them up yesterday, and we mainly did it because of the little boy. I mean, I'm not a big one for Christmas anyway, but my little boy, he's coming up to 3 now, and it's a special time of year, for kids and that, Not for the presents, it's just nice to have all the family around and everything like that, and a nice meal that you don't generally have to cook, because, in my case, I get to go to the mother-in-law's, and she does a banging Christmas dinner, and, you have a bit of family time and everything like that. But, going back to the decoration side of it, we got ours up yesterday. We went for a lovely dinner at the mother-in-law's yesterday as well. We've put our tree up and everything. He actually helped me with it as well. He actually put some stuff up on the tree, which, it's a big step because he is a little bit of a lazy one sometimes when he's not got the right motivation in that. But yes, I was very proud of him, and he's absolutely loving it so far. We've got the elves on the shelves, and they've been mischievous. The first night they got up to some hijinks. Then there's 3 of them, so they've just all turned up and rocked into the party. And then last night, this morning I come downstairs, there they are, chugging on my Coca-Cola, eating up all of the crisps in the house. These elves, what can I say? Have you got an elf on the shelf? Let me know. Anyway, if you're listening live right now, you can catch me on Periscope. I'm live on there at Smile Radio 3. Give you a wave. How you doing? I'm also on Facebook at Smile Radio Yorkshire. Feel free to hit me up on that. And I'm also on Twitter and Instagram at Smile Radio 3. So there's many great ways you can keep in touch with Smile Radio. Gonna have some Cractoid Factoids courtesy of America's Funny Site Crack.com coming up right after some plastic poetry and Where the Clyde Flows.
Your mind's landscape, your eyes are fixed on someone else, and I'm well beyond repair. Oh, it's rather sad for us to live our lives this way. You misled and I without the comfort of your stare. Cause sometimes I think I'm somewhere I was never meant to go, and as I roam around to sunset, I get sucked from end to toe. Drunken nights fill me with horror. If you were there I'd probably go. Under sunnier skies you live your life, and despite that fact I live mine too, cause home is where the Clyde flows. 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 Sweet home, sweet Caledonia. Your riverbanks are stained with blood, and as tragedy strikes, a young singer dies at the tender age of 25. But his muffled voice can still be heard from the dark depths of my mind. If you're ever feeling lonely, you should know that up above there's a place for sinners only, where you'll find a bit of love, and the streets are not as dirty as some make them out to be, and the days are not as dark. Don't think twice and come with me. Home is where the Clyde flows. Home is where the Clyde flows. Home is where the Clyde flows. Home is where the Clyde 'Cause sometimes I think I'm somewhere I was never meant to go. And as I roam around to sunsets, I get soaked from head to toe. And the streets are not as dirty as some make them out to be. And the days are not as dark. Don't think twice and come with me. Yeah, home is where the Clyde flows. 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 Home is where the Clyde flows.
A little bit of plastic poetry there, and Where the Clyde Grows. Absolutely love that track. You know, it's proper mellow, and if you watch it on Periscope, I was bobbing along. I mean, I do check everything as I go along throughout the show, because I manage it all, you know. I am the manager. I manage the feeds and stuff, so if you want to chat with us, you know, feel free, drop in the conversation. It'll be me you'll be talking to directly. We don't have a production team here, not unless you count the 3-year-old that's sat on the couch playing Lego Star Wars at the moment, because, yeah, you know, he doesn't want to help, and apart from any other way apart from that. Right, today is Monday, of course. We all know it's Monday. Everybody's got a case of the Mondays, you know, that phrase that will get you beat up in most workplaces. But anyway, we're going to read out some Crackdoid Factoids. Today's Crackdoid Factoids, courtesy of America's funny site, crack.com, are familiar movies with amazingly weird origin stories. So we have 18 of these coming up very, very shortly on the show. Now, again, if you do want to get in touch with us, hit us up on Facebook at Smile Radio Yorkshire. Hit me up on Twitter and Instagram at Smile Radio 3. Miss the show and catch it again on demand. Podbean, iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, all great podcasting sites. Now, so last week I had to unfortunately take an impromptu week off. It wasn't expected, you know. All of a sudden, one day I'm alright, and then the next day, oh man, I was laid on the couch. It felt like hell. I would quite happily put a drill piece through my jaw, I think, by the end of it, because I had the Desperate Dan face. I was kind of pulling off the Rocky Dennis look. If you know what that is, check out Mask on Google. It's an old film with Cher. But yeah, I was sort of rocking that look last week, and I couldn't really talk too much. Doped up on painkillers all week and stuff, and yeah, sneezing into tissues and sobbing away at my own self-despair. What a week. It was fantastic. I mean, that's what you want in a week off, right? Isn't it? You know, just all of the above, you know. But hey, I'm all back now. Happy and smiley to be back in the studio. Waving again to you guys there if you're watching on Periscope. I've seen we've got a few bobbing in and out. We're going to have them Crackdoid Factoids coming up very, very shortly. Coming up to the first 15 minutes of the show now, so it's time for some Margolnick, and this song is called Annie Lasso.
I know just what it feels like.
Yes, that was a nice little bit of chilled out indie there. Margolnick and Annie Lasso. Anyway, if you want to check out any of these great artists, you can actually check them out on Spotify. That's right, get on there, give them a listen too. You can also catch us on Spotify, Smile Radio Yorkshire. It was originally the Smile Radio Podcasting Network, but you know, that is a bit of a mouthful to get around your lips, isn't it? Or to type in. So yeah, just Smile Radio Yorkshire. Look us up on there. Find us on Spotify, catch up with all of the great shows that you have actually missed here at Smile Radio. You know, don't forget though, follow us on Facebook at Smile Radio Yorkshire, hit us up on Twitter and Instagram at Smile Radio 3. Anyway, we've had some great music, now time for some Crackdoid Factoids, and then some more fantastic undiscovered new music. So yeah, today's Crackdoid Factoids, again, just in case you're tuning in just now, is familiar movies with amazingly weird origin stories, or amazingly weird ways of saying weird. Yeah, at number 18, the movie Psycho is based on a book of the same name, written by Robert Bloch. Alfred Hitchcock not only acquired the film rights to the novel, he also brought every available copy in the whole country to keep the surprise away from the public. Typical Hitchcock, you know, keeping the suspense right until the last minute. And Psycho itself is kind of actually based on here's a little bonus one for you, this is just off of my noggin. Ed Gein. Ed Gein's a serial killer from, I think it was Wichita or something like that. But yeah, he was the emphasis for Norman Bates. He was also the basis for Buffalo Bill in Silence of the Lambs with his skin suits and meat shacks and stuff. But yeah, that's, you know, look that one up on the internet. It's a bit too dark to be talking about, like, even at this time of the afternoon. So yeah, that was a bonus one. That's number 18. And number 17, in the novel Call Me By Your Name, Oliver watches Elio poop. Lovely. The movie adaptation scrapped a key moment in which the two lovers bond over each other's excrement. Our bodies won't have secrets now, I said as I took my turn and sat down. I want you to see mine, I said. I'm not actually going to do voices now because I put my mouth up a little bit here, you know. He did more. He stepped out, kissed me on the mouth and pressing and massaging my tummy with the flat of his palm. Watched the whole thing happen. Why would you ever watch anybody poop? It's not right, man. It's like, you know, I'm all about free love and you can love who you want, you can marry who you want or whatever, but yeah, watching each other poop is just a big no-no in mine, you know. Blah. Anyway, at number 16, Saw 2 was adapted from a completely different movie screenplay that had been widely rejected. With no time to write the screenplay, the studio used another called The Desperate. It had been rejected by other studios for being too closely related to, you guessed it, Saw. We've got 15 more of those coming up very, very shortly. We're going to have some more new music alerts now here on Smile Radio. This is Guilty Pressures by Le Prince. Guilty Pleasures there, Guilty Pressures there, sorry, by The Prince. I absolutely love that one. A nice bit of soul there, just like bobbing along to, you know, honestly, I prefer undiscovered music these days to commercial music, because for one, I don't actually have to hear it 50 times an hour, the same song, like, you know, because here at Smile, we like to mix it up, we like to keep it different, you know, but yeah, no, again, a fantastic selection, and this is the challenge for me every day, is to find the playlist. But there's no challenge in finding the playlist. The challenge comes as to who goes on the playlist, because all of everything that I get here at Smile is just so good, and it's just so hard to pick out what you can and what you can't play. Obviously there's exceptions. If it's got naughty words, we do try and avoid those. Unfortunately, sometimes they do slip through. Luckily, so far today though, 25 minutes into the show, and we're on a winner chicken dinner with no swear words so far, so I've probably jinxed it, and the next song will in fact probably be littered with swear words, but I do generally check, and it does usually tell me if they're explicit on Spotify, so yeah, don't blame me, blame Spotify, innit? Yeah. So yeah, welcome to the Ritchie J show here on Smile Radio, usually on 1 till 3 Mondays to Wednesdays, also available on demand on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, all great podcasting sites. I'm absolutely sounding fantastic today because I've still got a bit of a cold, got gravel voice. I've had this cold now nearly a month, I think, or just over a month, and it just won't go away, and it keeps coming back, and it keeps bringing its friends. It's like the goddamn elf on my shelf at the moment, bringing his friends in, eating up all my crisps and drinking all my Coke and stuff, you know. Not cool, man. Not cool at all, is it, you know? Anyway, more of those Crackdoid Factoids coming up after this next one, which is Monday of Mine from the album Volume 2 by the band Monday of Mine. So there you go, double whammy. Monday of Mine by Monday of Mine.
Looks like you got an object right morning. Mark, are you looking out there?
If you forget why the sun shines over the straight line, letting us push it in off the sky of the world, between darkness and blue lights in your bubble of fall, you were writing some word that could be words. You were writing some word that tie you first. If you forget why the sun never had the right of all these wonders, let it before the time and don't look back. If you feel discouraged, feel discouraged, feel discouraged, to tell to you, you're writing some word that could be words. You're writing some word that tie you first. Oh, see, I started living this day. I started living this way. Oh, see, it's a day I come to sing. It's a day I choose to live. sing. It's a day I choose to live. On this morning of mine, on this morning of mine, on this morning of mine.
Man, your hair seems tired and your face is a mess. I bet you're looking for something or somebody you can't even face. But the brain keeps on working in the middle of the night. I dreamt of a multicolored spaceship stuck in the mud on its way to my mind. And you know it's not the answer. Secret life of my ancestors. Tell my mother that I I'll be back when I get older. Your eyelids are open, but your brain is shut. You're a victim of a shock therapy. Say what? I said a victim of a shock therapy, right? Your mother is crazy and your father the fool. No wonder they sent me to school. Woo! Shut up! Again and again and again. And you know it's not the answer. The secret life of my ancestors. Just tell my mother that I love her. I'll be back when I
There you go, we had a bit of a Ritchie J double play there. First up was Monday of Mine by Monday of Mine and Shock Therapy by Magon followed that one up. Welcome back to the show. It's 3:30 here at Smile Radio in not so sunny, it's always gloomy now Pontefract, because yeah, it's that time of year where we don't see sunshine. We saw it briefly for an hour or so last week, I do believe. It was a fine day. It was a Wednesday, I do believe. I saw it through the window just as I was like, I just need a bit of sunlight. So yeah, I had to go to the doctors this morning as well. I had blood taken. This is like the third time on the trot. I think every time I go to the doctors now, I leave a little bit of blood behind. I'm sure they're trying to secretly build a clone of me. I hope they're secretly building a clone of me that they can put my brain into, because this body's pretty much knackered. But yeah, they took some blood this morning. I had to take the little man with me and that, so he come to the doctors with me, and he's there watching as I get the blood taken, and he's the one that gets the sticker for being brave at the end of it. Can you believe that? He gets the sticker for being brave, and there's me all sat there like, oh yeah, this doesn't hurt, mate. See, you can get blood tests done. But yeah, so I'm feeling a bit woozy this afternoon because I had plenty of blood taken, you know. It is the season to be giving, obviously, of course. But yeah, if you want to get in touch with us here at Smile Radio, it's really easy to do. At Smile Radio Yorkshire on Facebook, at Smile Radio 3 on Twitter and Instagram. And yeah, I'm Ritchie J here Mondays to Wednesdays, 1 till 3 p.m. And then I'm back on Wednesdays with the Game Boys. No, the midweek mashup on Wednesdays, the Game Boys on Thursdays, and the Renegade Rock Hours on Friday. Now, we're reading the craziest origin stories behind the familiar movies you know. At number 14, George Miller took inspiration for Mad Max from his time working as a resident in an Australian ER. He described the road accident victims as the raw material for the film. How bizarre. How bizarre. How bizarre. Right, at number 13, Dumbo was based on a story in a roller book, a short-lived novelty. This was a box of images that you could scroll through. Disney stumbled upon one of the few copies and brought the actual movie rights. And as you know, there is a live-action version of Dumbo coming very shortly to cinema screens. So yeah. Now, as it's getting to that time of the show, we're coming up to the first 40 minutes of it being over. It's only right we go to word from one of our sponsors.
The Curtain Shop Ossett. For all your curtains, blinds and upholstery needs, visit our showroom at 9 Kingsway Ossett, WF5 8DA, or give us a call on 01924 283 284. Visit our website www.yorkshirecurtainshop.co.uk or look for The Curtain Shop on Facebook. The Curtain Shop Ossett.
And you know, if you want to advertise a Smile Radio, it is really, really easy to do. This really handsome guy will tell you exactly how to do it. What if I told you you could advertise with Smile Radio for less than a cup of coffee per day? A cup of coffee, you say? That's right. Say you were to go out every morning, you own a small business, you get a small espresso from branded, coffee shop that costs you £1.50. However, with Smile Radio, for £1.33 per day, which is just £40 per month, you can advertise your brand, your business, promote yourself to an audience of over 30,000 listeners. Now imagine now having that cup of coffee, but with a load of people that are actually wanting to hear about what you can offer. Get in contact with Smile Radio today. Email richard@smileradio.co and be a part of the Smile Radio family. Be broadcast out here every day.
Smile Radio.
Yes, it is really, in fact, just that easy. So yeah, get in contact with my main man, Richard Harrison, who you can catch on the drive time, usually from 4 till 6. Back on Friday with Chris, with the Rich and a little bit of Chris. If you didn't catch Friday's show, check it out again on Podbean, because Chris has been watching I'm a Celebrity, and he was talking about them eating camel toes or something like that. It's pretty close to the moose knuckle if you ask me. Anyway, we've got some more new music right now on the Ritchie J show. It's New Music Monday, so we're going to be, every day's a new music day really on my show, but hey, it's New Music Monday, so we're going to have some Two Hands by So Mash.
You're surprised finding me blooming. You thought that you'd find me on my knees, but since you're gone, I embrace time in the dark, nursing the hope and dealing with fear. A word can break a human heart as quickly as a spear. A word can break a human heart
So yeah, that was Two Hands by So Mash. What a nice little indie pop track there, you know. Just proper that was a nice little chill out tune, just proper bopping along. It's been a while since I've actually delved into the world of indie pop, if I'm honest with you, because I've become more of a rocker the older I get. It's like one of those things where you slowly become your parents, and I'm listening to more rock music, because I used to listen to R&B, I listened to everything, but R&B really changed for me right about 2005, 2006, I think, and it just hasn't been the same since. I mean, I like hip-hop from back in the day, like the 80s and the 90s, that was hip-hop for me, but modern hip-hop, again, it just doesn't have it covered. I mean, it's like that Kanye West one that's been parodied on the internet without lyrics and stuff. I just don't like that sort of style of new music. I like the old school, like, you know, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, and, you know, a bit of Run DMC every once in a while. And on occasion, I will slip into a bit of Dr. Dre and Eminem, but it's only if the mood suits, you know. But anyway, yeah, so I'm having a little bit of an indie pop session there. I've got some acoustic indie as well. Now, I've got to give a big shout out to Indie Panda, because yeah, I've been pilfering through their playlist a little bit today, because I was looking for some new music, and they've got some great new musical playlists on there. They've got an alternative, a metal, a rock one, and yeah, just give them a check out. That's Indie Panda on Spotify. It's also run by members of the band Before Blue, which we have played here on the show before, and again, they are really great. So yeah, check out that band Before Blue, and check out Indie Panda on Spotify for all new music playlists each and every week. So yeah, got some more new music coming up right now, because we're coming up to 3:45, so we've got another hour and 15 minutes, and then after this song, we'll have some more of those Crackdoid Factoids. This next one is Secrets by Cubbage.
Back in high school, you and I were one and the same. Skipping class to hit the road and make an escape. Swapping secrets by the side of the bay. Talking about all the most embarrassing days. I thought that with you that my words would be safe, but recently I knew that something had changed. And you said that you were the only one that knew that. So give me a reason to give you any trust back. I was an island. I was bearing all the pain on my own. Your lifeboat provided to make it to shore, telling you was a weight off my chest. Maybe someday you'll live like the rest. Didn't realize that by telling you was taking a chance. And you said that you were the only one that knew that. So give me a reason to give you any trust back. Secrets are the only thing I ever wanted. My secret is the only thing I ever wanted back. It's the only thing that I wanted. You're the only thing that I wanted. Reason to give you any trust back. Secrets are the only thing I ever wanted. My secret is the only thing I ever wanted back. Secrets are the only thing I ever wanted. My secret is the only thing I ever wanted.
Secrets by Cubbage. Welcome back to the Ritchie J Show here on Smile Radio. We're reading the weirdest origin stories behind familiar movies. At number 12, the Harry Potter world has wizards who are wearing pants. They're called Fresh Air Refresh... Sorry, they're called... Sorry. The Harry... Start this one again, because I'm chewing on me words. It's that time of the day already. The Harry Potter world has wizards who are against wearing pants. They are called Fresh Air Refreshers Totally, or abbreviated, it's just simply FART. Or for those of you, you know, it's just fart. And to them, pants block magical flow at the source. They always wear robes for a healthy breeze. I bet they do. And number 11, Pitch Perfect, is actually an adaptation of a non-fiction book which discusses a cappella subculture in colleges. Pitch Perfect, The Quest for Collegiate A Cappella Glory, is a carefully researched biography of the three biggest groups in collegiate a cappella, written by Mickey Rapkin. And then there's another one here, which was... Oh, no, I did actually read that one. No, I'm just being silly, forget me. I've got more of these to come up here very, very shortly on the Ritchie J Show, home of the unsigned music. That is Smile Radio. Great entertainment. Don't forget, coming up tonight at 9, Nathan Downs. Downs. He's back again. Other shows to look out for this week. You've got The Codfather on Fridays, TC Talks on Thursday nights, as well as Connor and Zoe's Friday Kickabout on their new time at 6:30 on a Friday night. And if you do miss any of the great shows on Smile Radio, of course, you can catch us again, always on demand, via Podbean, iTunes, Android, Google Play. All great podcasting sites. Just have a look up, Smile Radio Yorkshire, and there you will find us. Booyah. Anyway, here's some more music. This is Bauhaus and Bite My Hip.
going well. Sprout those feathers and fly. Start my own nest without you.
He's a Philistine.
What's a Philistine?
Things. It's a guy who doesn't care about books or interesting films and things. Your mother's brother Ned is also a Philistine.
Then I'm a Philistine.
No, you're interested in books and things. No, you're interested in in books and things. Things.
Alright, mix of music there with them ones. That first up was Bauhaus and Bite My Hip, and then that was followed by the Pizza Delivery Boys and For the Stein, and then Saint Und by Darlig or Hjort. I hope that is right. I'm really sorry because yeah. Again, whenever I try to pronounce a name that is slightly different, I never can like quite crack it off the way that I hope to, and it just sounds terrible. So I do apologise there. Anyway, welcome back to the Ritchie J Show, live here on Smile Radio till 5 o'clock this evening, bringing you the best undiscovered music and random factoids. Today's ones is the origin stories behind the weird origin stories behind the familiar films that you actually know. At number 10, A Nightmare on Elm Street was inspired by an article about a Cambodian boy who would stay awake for days at a time because his terrifying nightmares made him afraid to sleep. When he finally fell asleep, he died in the middle of a nightmare. See, I actually knew that one. I'd read that one before somewhere. At number 9, this one's for the car lovers out there. The Fast and the Furious was based off a magazine article. In 1998, Vibe published an article called Racer X, also a character from Speed Racer, the separate subject, which profiled Rafael Estevez, an illegal street racer. Universal Studios brought the rights to the story, and the rest is history. It is. 8 more of these to go this afternoon here on the Ritchie J Show. If you do feel like getting in contact with me, hit me up on Facebook at Smile Radio Yorkshire, on Twitter and Instagram at Smile Radio 3. Just that easy. Next up on the list today, we've got Red Roses by Nights Like Thieves.
Just disappear, watching the sky.
Red Roses by Knights Like Thieves. Welcome back to the Ritchie J Show, heading into our second hour of the show today. We're talking about the Crackdoid Factoids, but also don't forget the great shows that are also on Small Radio. You can catch the New Music Food Truck on Saturdays with its great selection of interviews and, everything like that. And all new music alerts, of course. And then don't forget Codfather, Fridays at 1 till 2 p.m. with his all-new Codcast. And, he's got some interviews planned up. Nathan Downs, he's been busy in the studio. He's got a couple of interviews he's sending over to Small Radio that he's been up to. He's got a feature track tonight by lead singer of Lifeless Culture, J.K. Simpson, singer-songwriter. You should totally check him out as well. He is on Spotify. He's got a whole new Christmas single coming out, I think, and Nathan's getting to debut it on his show this evening. So some very exciting stuff coming up on Small Radio this evening and across the board, really. And don't forget, also soon you'll be able to walk, fly and smile high in your Small Radio merchandise. That's right, we're going into the merchandise business. We've got some absolutely banging t-shirts out for design coming out very, very shortly here from Small Radio, because this is the way we keep ourselves funded, you see. We make all these little things because we don't just want to ask you for donations and say, hey, you know what, thanks for your donation, that's all you're getting. We want to make sure you get a t-shirt, something that puts a smile on your face, because that's what Small Radio is, obviously what it's all about, Anyway, so get in touch with me on Facebook at Small Radio Yorkshire, on Twitter and Instagram it's at Small Radio 3, and you can also hit me up via email, Ritchie at ritchie.johnston at smallradio.co. .co, just as simple as that. Sorry, losing myself there. Anyway, we've got some Kings and Queens now by Pace.
He made me worlds apart from the royal family. Not part of the established aristocracy. He made no claim to have the finest pedigree. His legacy will not go down in history.
Another one of the double plays there. First up was False Intentions by... No, sorry. First up was Kings and Queens by Pace, and that was followed by Green Eyes before Blue. The guys that run the Indie Panda side of their playlist. So yeah, give them a listen. All the great bands today that you've heard, or great artists you've heard today, give them all a little bit of support by giving them a follow and a listen to on Spotify. Most of them are on Facebook, and when you see the Facebook post later on where I've sort of tagged everybody in it, you can even drop them a follow on their pages, because, you know, that's what it's all about, spreading the word of the wider community. Just don't settle for what X Factor tells you what's number one. You know, find your own, and, you know, you'll find a song that you love. Honestly, there's so much great music out there from original concept artists. So yeah, check it out, all on Spotify. Now I've got my little man Jakey sat with me right now. How are you doing, Jakey?
I'm not sitting down.
Oh, he's not sitting. No, you're not sitting down. You're sitting next to me. How you doing, buddy? Your leg's a bit swollen up, is it? Okay, right, okay, cool. So yeah, no, my leg's been a bit swollen last week, so now Jake thinks his leg's been a bit swollen this week. So yeah, you know, you can't have nothing to myself in this house. It always seems to be the golden rule, does that, you know. Anyway, we've got more of these fun factoids coming up now, because we're in the second hour of the show. These are the strangest origin stories for familiar movies that you know. And number 8, the screenplay for American Beauty is loosely based on the Amy Fisher, Joey Buttafuoco story. You have to be careful how you pronounce that surname of the Joey guy, because that could be really wrong way. Alan Moore got the idea for a movie after he saw a comic book about their story that featured the two different sides of the same coin, which got him thinking about the truth in the middle. At number 7, the Jeff Goldblum movie Earth Girls Are Easy was based on a novelty song, an out-of-this-world, down-to-earth romantic comedy. Earth Girls Are Easy featured Gina Davis and both Jeff Goldblum. It's about an alien landing on the singer's patio and who tries to have, you know, relations with her. There you go, I kept it polite a little bit for radio. Number 6, Mean Girls was based on a teen self-help book. Tina Fey based the film on Queen Bees and Wannabes, a self-help book by Rosalind Wiseman that's aimed to help young girls survive cliques, gossip, and boyfriends. We've got more of those coming up very, very shortly here on the Ritchie J Show, after some freshman year and some false intentions.
After all you called me, take and you take. I was a mistake. After all, you call this fate. You take and you take. I was the mistake. After all, you call this fate. You take and you take. I was the mistake. After all, you call this fate. Make me fight, give me strength, give me time to sort out my life. All it takes is time. All it takes is time. Find it hard to believe you get enough for just to leave. Wear my heart on my sleeve. Will you stay with me? Make me fight, give me strength, give me something I know. All it takes is who I am. All it takes is with you. Find it hard to believe you get enough for just about you. Wear my heart on my sleeve. Will you stay without you?
Hey, yeah, I just called to say that I'm done. I'm fucking through with you. Okay, don't call me back.
Right, there we go. There was our one naughty word of the day just dropped right there. I do apologise for that. That one was False Intentions by Freshman Year. A great little track. If you do like that kind of music, like, you know, a little bit of pop punk and stuff, check in on Thursday nights for the Game Boys, Wednesday nights for the midweek mashup, and Friday nights for the Renegade Rock Hours, because we play all the uncut music for after Watershed. We do accidentally do it sometimes in the middle of the afternoon, so we're going to do apologise for that, but hey, you know, it's me, you can forgive me, I'm your friend. Anyway, welcome back to the Ritchie J show here at Smile Radio, bringing the best unsigned music and some random trivia along the way, and a little bit of banter. You know, I was telling you about what I did yesterday, which was get my Christmas decorations up. You know, I was ill last week with a swollen leg, and I had to go to the rheumatologist, who pulled me around like a marionette puppet. Honestly, I felt afterwards like I was ready for a shredder, to be honest. Yeah. Anyway, the weirdest origin stories behind the familiar movies that you know. At number 5, several exchanges in the novel The Road are taken directly from conversations Cormac McCarthy had with his own son. At number 4, Cool Hand Luke, a cult classic movie there, was partially based on legends of a real prisoner on a Florida chain gang. While author Don Pierce never met him, the real Luke was something of a folk hero to the prisoners. And at number 3, Mars Attacks was based on a trading card series. Mars Attacks trading cards came all the way back in 1962. However, they didn't last long and they were deemed too violent and the production was stopped. And then we got a cult movie of Mars Attacks back in the 90s with Jack Nicholson. There was a massive cast in it, so if I start reading off cast members, you know, I'm going to forget. But yeah, there was the lady with the dog head, I remember that. But yeah, Tim Burton's weird, wonderful wackiness there at work. We're going to have some morning music because we'll come up to the final 2 very, very shortly. Coming up to 20 past 4 now, so if you're just leaving work and that, you know, you have a safe journey home. If you're still at work for another hour, I do feel your pain. We've got some Blue Maniac, and this one is called Porcupine.
come back to the show and this is I can't hear.
You can hear yourself, mate. It's alright. Welcome back to the Ritchie J show. I have a co-host now who wanted all of the screen time, didn't you, Jakey?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, you're going to say hello to everybody?
Hello, everybody, but it's a gloomy day outside, but it's getting really dark out there.
See, there you go. Some no-nonsense weather from the Johnstons there. It's a bit gloomy outside, and it's getting dark out there, so take care when you get home. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what do you want to say on the radio today then, Jake?
I said I want a mummy and Nana and Auntie Claire. But when we got to Nana's, Nana and Auntie Claire came and said hello to us.
Yeah, she did, didn't she?
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And then what else? What did you get up to this weekend, mate?
I got really good, but we sat to the Christmas tree up and then I had a little chocolate present.
Did you?
That was being very good.
Are you going to tell the audience about your elf on a shelf? What have they been up to?
Those elves on the shelves have been naughty.
They've been very naughty, haven't they?
Yeah, drinking all of your Coke and eating all of my crisps.
Yeah, those naughty elves, hey. Who would have thought it, huh?
Yeah, we have to.
We'll have to. Well, shall we go to some more music now anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah. Next on the list then is You Caught Me by Idle Wave. You're listening to the Ritchie J show?
On the lightning one.
Well, we'll put that one back on later, mate. This is an unsigned show here on Smile Radio. We've got unsigned music, so we've got to play a different selection, haven't we? This is Idle Wave. And, yeah, You Caught Me. Right here on the Ritchie J show with special guest host now, Jakey J.
My car won't start, my bike
Yes, that one was Like in the Movies by the Sunshine Fields. Before that was Idle Wave and You Caught Me. Welcome back to the Ritchie J show here on Smile Radio till 5 o'clock this afternoon. Usually I'm on 1 till 3, Mondays to Wednesdays, and you can catch me at that time again tomorrow, 1 till 3. That's UK time. And if you miss me, you can catch me on Podbean, Spotify, SoundCloud, iCloud, iTunes, Google Cloud Tune Play thing. You can catch me on all basically great podcasting sites, and like you can with all of the great Smile Radio shows that we've got coming out this week, live on air and in your ears. So right, we've got 9 PM the Nathan Down show tonight. Don't forget, if you do like the unsigned music, stay tuned, because at 6 PM every evening, apart from Friday evenings, is the Unsigned playlist here at Smile Radio, playing the best undiscovered new music that's been submitted into us, which you can do so by just dropping me an email. That's Ritchie Johnston, which is RITCHIE.JOHNSTON Johnston at smileradio.co, and then just drop me an email with your track and a little bit of a bio, and we will get it put onto our Unsigned playlist. 6 AM and 6 PM, 2 hours of great music from 6 to 8 every morning and evening. So yeah, great. We're going to go to them last two factoids very shortly after Amplified and Dance.
Walking down the street, rhythm in my feet. Got on my dancing shoes, I'm on the right track, baby, got nothing to lose. Come on and lick your lips, and snap your fingertips. Just a nice night, through love, baby, let the fire ignite. Come on, shake one more, get ya. Dance with me, dance with me, come on and dance with me, baby, till the knees are weak. Dance, honey, all night long. Dance with me, come on and dance with me, baby, till the knees are weak. Dance, honey, all night long. Feel the burning urge, I know you're on the verge. Let's take it higher, keep it burning like a goddamn fire. Come on, shake and move, do it to the groove. Just a nice night, who's on the ride with neon light. Come and shake one more, get ya. Dance with me, dance with me, come on and dance with me, baby, till the knees are weak. Dance, honey, all night long. Dance with me, come on and dance with me, baby, till the knees are weak. Dance, honey, all night long.
That one there, sorry, was Amplified and Dance. I really like that one. I was proper rocking out to that one there. Anyway, you're listening to Ritchie J show here on Smile Radio. We've got about 25 minutes left of this, like, it's kind of a special, I guess, in the sense that it's not my usual slot. So it's a Ritchie J special. Hey, we'll call it that, you know. Why not? What the doodly do, damn doodly not, you know. So yeah, if you want to get in touch with me in the last 20 minutes, it's at Smile Radio Yorkshire on Facebook, at Smile Radio 3 on Twitter and Instagram. Don't forget to drop us a message. Let us know what you want to listen to, because coming up at 5 o'clock, you've got a bit of a request selection with the Drive Time Show. Anyway, we're going to read out these final couple of crackoid factoids that I've got for you for the day now. If you bear with me, I'm having a right moment with it. I can't find myself. Yeah. So these are the craziest. The craziest origin stories when I can get my teeth in for films that you actually know. So we're down to the final 2 of those. I've had some really interesting entries on this one today. I'm really glad that I actually picked this one out when I was reading through. Because they're always a little bit of a surprise to me. I like the whole thing to be a surprise. Like, from down to the music that I listen to, like, I pick the playlist, I'll listen to that for like 10 seconds, and then if the song sticks, it goes in the mix. And then it's the same with the factoids. If I think, oh, that's a factoid that seems like it's great, it kind of goes in, and I'll just sort of like come back to it. Anyway, at number 2, Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds is based on a short story originally published in a woman's interest magazine. Daphne du Maurier's horror novella of the same name was featured in 1952 in an issue of Good Housekeeping. And at number 1 today, Ransom Riggs was going to use his collection of creepy old photos to make a picture book. His publisher said he'd be better off using it for the basis of a novel. So Riggs wrote Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. So there you go, there you have it, the craziest origin stories behind the stuff that you know. Don't forget, stay tuned for this evening for Nathan Downs' back on the airwaves from 9 o'clock. Also this week we've got the midweek mashup, Game Boys and the Renegade Rock Hours coming back to Smile Radio. We had some technical difficulties last week with some equipment, so unfortunately we had to go to playlists and have a playlist-tacular week. But this week we're back kicking the A-bomb with the class bomb. You know, we're taking names, basically. That's what we're doing here at Small Radio this week. So yeah, join in, listen in, and yeah, have a good time. Anyway, next up on the mix today, we've got Embers, and this is by Days in Waves from the album Days of Grey.
Sometimes I feel like a spoke on a wheel. Sometimes I don't feel anything. Some nights I hide from myself and from others. Sometimes at night I can't find me at all. Amidst the piles of everything that I should be, half memories and all the dust and the debris, the useless dates and information clogging up the feeling stations of my brain. I try to think of things to do, to take myself out of this mood. I watch the embers burn and bite my tongue as everything is flaming up. Sometimes I need to be pulled back out of me, 'cause I retreat. No, you won't ever see my weakness. I complicate and fade to grey and get in my own fucking way. I can't escape myself. I try to think of things to do, to take myself out of this mood. I watch the embers burn and bite my tongue as everything is flaming up.
that one was Fix by the Wild Wild Waves and Embers by Days in Waves before that. Welcome back to the Ritchie J Show. Last 15 minutes of the day here. So to wrap up today, it's been a fresh new show back again after a week of not being able to, do a show because I've not been feeling up to it. It's been great to be back. I have absolutely enjoyed every minute of being back this afternoon, so I can't wait to be back again tomorrow. Not same bat time, same bat channel, but earlier at 1 o'clock in my usual slot, UK time, 1 PM, the Ritchie J Show. Don't forget to give us a share on Facebook at Small Radio Yorkshire, on Twitter and Instagram at Small Radio 3. Now, I have been actually playing the Red Dead Redemption Online. I was lucky enough to get to play this last week while I was feeling at my worst. A ray of sunshine came through in the form of, you're allowed to play this beta now. So I had a quick couple of goes on it over the weekend. So far, I don't know. I love the single player. It's by far my favouriteest game of all time. But the multiplayer is something a little different. And now I know it's a beta, and this is something we're going to brush on Game Boys this week because there's been a lot of flack about how the beta runs and stuff. But I've got my own feedback on it that I'm going to give this Thursday night, I think, on the actual experience itself, because I've got quite far into the online side of it. When you're laid in bed and you can't really do much, you just sort of deviate into something that you can sort of put your energy into, which was that, luckily for me. But yeah, we'll talk about that Thursday night on Game Boys, so yeah, listening for that. Anyway, we've got a few more songs to go before the end of the show. This next one is New Town Jack, and their song is Let Me Be. Rocking it out now with Ritchie J up until 5 o'clock here on Small Radio.
Let me be the nothing I wanna be. Let me be the nothing I wanna be. I don't want to have a fancy ride, a good job with you by my side. I don't want you, so let me be. I don't care if you love me or just want to help me out. I'm not some jigsaw puzzle for you to figure out. I've tried your friendly nature on a hometown bus ride. It took the bus 2 seconds to see through my smile. Oh, let me be the nothing I wanna be. Let me be the nothing I wanna be. I've been down this hole so very long, I just can't picture it all gone. I don't want you, so let me be. I don't want to be the gentleman that takes you out at night. I've tried the top hats, baby, and none of them feel right. I saw an old lady trying to get out of the rain. I held the door and I hit the floor when the crowd behind her came. Oh, let me be the nothing I wanna be. Let me be the nothing I wanna be. I'd rather spend time with my friends and all the other skeletons. I don't want you, so let me be. I dreamt the other night I picked you up at yours. I drove to your mansion and I walked to your front door. The butler showed me in to the maze by the east wing. A gentleman passed the mirror and I heard a woman sing. I want you to be with me. I want you to be with me. I want a dreaming man who will take me by the hand. So dream man, come on, get me. Dream man, come on, get me. Let me be the nothing I wanna be. Let me be the nothing I wanna be. I don't wanna think of you at night, to think how I could hold you tight. I don't want you, so let me be. I don't want you, so let me be. I don't want you, so let me be.
Let Me Be by Newtown Jack. Absolutely love that. A nice little bit of acoustic there. You know, coming up to the end of the show as well, just to wind things down a little bit. We got a nice little bit of acoustic to roll it in, and I love that. You know, I was proper like tapping my knee to that one, and like my knee was tapping along with it as well. Yeah, Newtown Jack from the album Familiar Strangers. That is Let Me Be. Right, we've come to that point of the show. We've got a couple of songs left to go, I'm afraid. So it is in fact time for me to depart it off for another day. But I will be back tomorrow from 1 o'clock in the afternoon till 3 p.m. UK time. If you have missed any of the show and you want to like catch up on it again, don't forget it will be available very shortly on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, all great podcasting sites. You can, in fact, check us out on there. So yeah, so we're going to play some Maya Bennett now, and this next one is called Expired.
I spend a lot of my nights wandering along grocery store aisles, feeling the fluorescence upon my face, watching the milk in the back row sour as my calendar pages expire. See, if I was driving my car, I wouldn't be able to see the lines on the pavement that keep me alive. But the sky is stark in the beams, always warns me. As I spend 41 minutes deciding between harmony or harmony. Harmony or harmony. My knuckles bleed when the wind blows. I fail to mention that my feet sweat more than anyone's. I fail to mention I liked it better when you were crying. When I was trying to sleep, it still hurt like a bitch, but at least it wasn't 'cause of me. 'Cause I still can't sleep. Try to only think about how my shower has been serving me only the coldest of waters for 537 days. That and how you haven't called him before, but I didn't want to talk anyway. I couldn't, 'cause my phone's in my hand nonetheless. 'Cause if I was the one who was staring at the screen, I would throw it and shatter what was left. But I haven't got those calls in 537 days. I ran out of words to say and breath to breathe, and I wish I could leave an update on how things have changed around here, but they haven't. Oh, they haven't. And I'm still taking cold showers. I failed to mention my knuckles bleed when the wind blows. I failed to mention that my feet sweat more than anyone's. I failed to mention I liked it better when you were crying. When I was trying to sleep, it still hurt like a bitch, but at least it wasn't 'cause of me.
I spend a lot of my nights wandering along grocery store aisles, feeling the fluorescence upon my face, watching the milk in the back row shower as my calendar pages expire.
Expired by Maya Bennett there. That was a really great, another great acoustic song. I think the final one as well is acoustic today. So yeah, it is that time of the day, unfortunately. It's the final 5 minutes of the show. So if you've been listening, I'm Ritchie J. You can catch me again tomorrow, 1 till 3 p.m. UK time on Smile Radio, www.smileradio.co. Download the app for free for smart devices. And miss us, catch us on demand on Podbean, iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, all great podcasting sites. It's just that easy. So from me, farewell today. Have a fantastic Monday evening. Don't forget to tune in for Nathan Downs at 9 p.m. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. So to finish up today, I've got Creature People, and this is Nothing But the Sun. Have a fantastic Monday evening. Peace out. Smile Town.